Good morning, everybody. This is Mike, pushing the buttons as usual. Is cousin Lou. Lou, how are you?
Gonna be a lot of button pushing today.
I think so. I think there's going to be quite a bit.
Just controlling Joey's mic.
Yeah.
This young man sitting right next to me over here, Joey Noon,
Yeah.
aka Joey Voices. If you've seen his show, and I'm sure a lot of you have, because just walking into the studio, I met two people that seen you all over the place.
Yeah.
Kowloons and everywhere else.
You told me that.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Thank you for joining us here on the Sicilian Corner. And you know something, I look forward to being with you all the time because I have a good time. Just like when you do a show, nobody loves your show more than you do. You have a ball.
And this is why it's so fun.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, listen, I just want to mention, Lou, Tuesday night, Barbara and I attended the Exchange Club of Lawrence and Andover's. It's their 62nd annual Public Safety Awards dinner. Boy, they did a great job. It was held over at the Hilton Doubletree in Andover, and the awards were presented for honor, bravery, professionalism within the police department, fire department, EMS, EMTs, and you know something, it was just a spectacular evening. The highlight for me was my cousin Carl Russo. You've met Carl on the station before. He sat down with me for a bit, and Carl has had 40 years with the Eagle Tribune, taking pictures. He's a hell of a photographer. He's their lead photographer, and 40 years with the Tribune. And he was recognized by the Exchange for all the work that he did in covering all these major events that have taken place between Lawrence, the Andovers, and it was a shock to him because he didn't expect it. His wife, nice. Susan, Joe, she kept it right from him. He's up there covering the event. He was working that night. He's up there taking pictures. All of a sudden, they called his name.
I love
up.
that. That's great.
And he was completely shocked. And I wish that my dad was still alive because my father loved Carl. He was his godfather. And you know something, I just want to say that, Carl, it was well deserved. And it was a great evening. And to your wife, Susan, man, you know how to keep a secret, girl. I'll say that for you. You know, Louis, you just went to Texas this week, huh? Last week.
Speaking of keeping secrets,
yeah, that was good.
My cousin's 65th birthday party. His wife put it on.
That's great. What part of Texas?
Austin,
Texas, the capital.
Just outside of Austin. Yeah.
I performed at the Horseshoe Bay Resort out there.
Nice.
Yeah, right next to Lyndon Johnson's ranch.
Yep.
Yeah, that was back in, I forget what year that was. 2012, maybe. Yeah, 2012.
You go all over the country, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to North Carolina on Monday. I got a show there on Tuesday, and Chapel Hill.
Oh, Chapel Hill.
You know Chapel Hill. Everybody knows Chapel Hill.
Beautiful. I love North Carolina.
Yeah, I can't wait to go. It's going to be fun.
You know, that's a nice temperate zone. That's not hot.
You get your 4 seasons, but you don't get extremes.
It's mild.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
So you had a great time. Flight down there was uneventful.
Missed the flight, but so we took a detour through Atlanta. But
you missed the flight.
Oh, I've done that.
Coming home.
No, going down.
Really?
Yeah. Happens.
That's a story for another time.
The waitress didn't come with the bill in time.
Things happen. It's just
things happen.
We got there.
Yeah.
We were on a flight 40 minutes later, but had a great time down there. Sampled Austin on Rainy Street and this place called Bangers and just smokehouse, big smokehouse.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Music. Oh,
I mean, the asparagus is like the size of my forearm. I mean, everything is literally big. The steaks are bigger and it's incredible.
Then I went to a rodeo Wednesday night and just had an absolute blast. That was so much fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. I've
Texas
never been to a rodeo.
Yeah, I went to one when I was a kid. I didn't even know they still had them.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I guess it's certain parts of the country.
Yeah, well, in the Midwest, it's a Midwestern thing anyway, right? It's a Texas and Midwestern.
Yeah, Texas, certainly, yeah.
The one thing I can't understand is the bull chase when they let the bulls let and the guys are running in front
of the bulls.
Why did they do that? What the freak is that all about?
What is it, Pamplona, Spain?
They did the riding, but they didn't do the chase.
Yeah.
It's what?
They did the riding. They rode the bulls, but they didn't do the chase.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
But there's parts of That's a big ceremony.
Yeah.
What's the holiday involved with it, Joey? Do you know?
I don't even know.
Louis, you know?
No.
Cinco de Mayo. It's my best guess.
I would say that's a good shot. That's a good shot. No, that's good.
Yeah.
Given what you got to work with, that's very good.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I got no respect at all. I'll tell you, yeah. My wife and I, we were happy for 20 years. Yeah. Then we met.
It looks like we got some crappy weather coming in tonight and tomorrow, and
hopefully,
the Saturdays there's been rain like four weekends in a row, 3 or 4 weekends in a row. But this looks like it's going to be quite a bit. My brother's down in Florida. He went down Wednesday, and he texted me at 3:10 in the morning. 3:10 in the morning.
Wow.
He had just pulled into Pease Air Force Base. That's where he leaves his car, and the bus comes to pick him up at 3:30 to bring him into Boston.
Oh God.
3:10. He's texting me saying, "Hey, I got a great parking space. I'm in the first row." No, really? Yeah, you're kidding me.
Such a Boston thing, right?
It's a Boston.
I got a great parking spot.
It's a Boston thing. Yeah.
That's a 3 a.m. text.
But he was telling me today it's tropical downpours. I mean, it is pouring.
Yeah.
And that's the
flooding.
same. That's the same weather that we're going to get here tomorrow.
A lot of flooding. Streets will be flooded, but it's better than snow.
We don't need that though.
You don't like snow?
I'm not a big snow guy. Snow's dangerous. Too cold, icy. You got to shovel it. It's bad for your back.
It's the best time of the year,
in
my opinion. No, I can't. It's funny because it's going to be 40 years, November 27th, since I broke my back.
Wow.
40 years.
Wow.
And I've had 2 failed fusions. And you give me wintertime, no humidity, 22, 23 degrees, the sun out. I'll walk 5 miles. It won't bother me.
Yeah.
You give me heat and humidity.
Yeah.
That's why you like it a little colder, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do.
I got it.
Speaking of colder, J Peak, they picked up, believe it or not, 300 inches of snow this year. 300, and you would be in your glory.
Wow. Oh yeah. I'd be in my glory. I'd be hiding in my bedroom.
And they're probably going to get another 2 feet on Saturday. But 300 inches of snow. That's freaking unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
Which is why
What's that?
I keep saying
25 feet? How many? Yeah, 25 feet, almost 25 feet.
Which is why I keep saying if we really do have our hand on the thermostat, let's turn it up a few degrees.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
You know something? I keep my house at 67 all the time.
Yeah.
Day in, day out. I don't move it. I keep it there. Barbara comes over the only time it ever moves, because 67 is a little too cool for her.
It is. It's too cool.
But
I
boy,
need it to be warm.
You give me that and you let me sleep at night, and I'll close the bedroom door and I'll actually crack the window open. And but for somebody else, it would be absolutely ridiculous.
You guys wrestle over the thermostat?
They wouldn't. But I want to say to your cousin, and I've gotten to know a little bit about him, and we've talked. Happy 65th, Perry, and you know something. 65 to me is like a kid. I wish I was 65. Holy jeepers!
You'd have loved the chop house he's involved in. We had a couple meals there.
Really?
You would have loved it.
Oh, I like that.
Well, you can't beat the beef down there.
Oh,
that's for sure.
No.
That's for sure. Texas is massive.
Yeah.
What is it? What's the canal?
The Suarez Canal?
No, Suarez.
I'm just
Canal.
guessing. I'm throwing guesses out now.
Well, don't guess anymore because that was stupid.
Okay.
They have
Where is
it.
that, anyway?
They have it built up.
Mexico?
Are you going to stop?
I'm sorry, go.
Huh? No, where the Alamo is, San Antonio. Don't they have like a river walk that?
Oh, I didn't get down to San Antonio. But...
You get on barges and boats, and it's supposed to be beautiful.
Well, they have in Austin too, because you go see the bats.
Oh yeah, I
Bats
forgot
exit from
about the
bridges.
bats.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But the Colorado River runs through Austin, which I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just sitting there looking on the map on the navigator. Yeah.
Does it really?
That was my idea too, and I said, "Is it the Colorado River?" And apparently, it is.
I got an F in geography, unfortunately.
I'm surprised you got that much.
I know.
Right? I mean, was nothing law?
They didn't kick me out.
They didn't. You were lucky.
I win. No.
I got kicked out of Central. So
I got kicked out of Spanish class.
Did you?
Yeah.
But Mike, you weren't kicked out academically. You had behavioral issues.
There was nothing wrong with my
That's why I
behavioral
get
issues.
kicked out.
Oh,
No, there was nothing wrong with my behavioral issues.
He deserved it.
That brother stepped over.
The brother deserved it. Don't look at me like that.
He was a punk.
Father Mikey.
He was a punk.
Don't
having
mess
fun
with
with
Father
him.
Mikey.
You know, there wasn't that many years difference between him and I.
Yeah.
I mean, would you like to sit and have somebody?
Someone telling you what to do.
I'm glad you
We're
brought
getting
it.
them going. You
I
got them
triggered
going.
Mike.
So
No,
let's
no.
hear it. Come
I
on.
triggered Mike.
How would
Let's hear
you? You're a young brother. You're at Central Catholic. He's in his first year,
Mhm.
and I had him for religion, and I had him for social studies, half and half. And he would ask you a question, come down your aisle, and there's only 26 boys in a class. Back then, I mean, we're talking 1960.
Mhm.
And he'd ask you a question, and if you didn't know it, he'd take out his ruler and he'd whack you in the arm with the ruler.
That wouldn't have happened with me. I could have never survived in Catholic school. I was in public school my whole life. I would have never survived because I wouldn't have put up with that.
And what happened was
And he's spinning the wheel every time he does that because you're going to hit the wrong guy.
You're going to hit the wrong guy. I would have been the wrong guy to hit.
and that's what happened. That started me off in my freshman year. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm what, 15 years old, maybe?
Yeah.
And he come down my aisle and I saw it coming. So he hit the big bone on your elbow and the thing shattered in about 25 pieces. Wow. You got 26 boys in that class laughing their asses off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he got royally pissed. I mean, really pissed.
Yeah.
And he says, you come back here tonight after class and you wait for me. So I went to the class, sat there. Finally, 15 minutes, I says, I'm out of here. So I got my books. I got up and I started to walk out the door. He comes in, locks the front door, walks right along back of me and locks the back door. And he says, you know, you embarrassed me in front of my class. I says, you embarrassed yourself, truthfully. And that was my freshman year. Sophomore year.
What happened? You got to finish the story. What happened?
I was going to before I was going.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you were moving on from that. Okay.
You know, I was going to before you rudely interrupted. So now it's sophomore year. All right. Sophomore year. And I have him for English or something. And I had this wimp. His name was Charlie Kamasigama. And he sat in the first row, first seat. I used to sit back, Lou. I could bang my head up against the lockers. I was as far away from him diagonally as you possibly could be.
Yep.
The kid puts up his hand. Brother. He was on crutches. He says, brother, I got to go. He says, I can't find my crutch. Now I'm sitting on a diagonal as far away as possible. This guy turns around and says, Lamazzo, give him back his crutch.
Oh.
So I turn around and say, I don't have his crutch. I didn't like the kid anyway,
Yep.
but I didn't have his crutch. And the fella that's involved here puts his hand up again. Brother, I got to go. I got to get in between the classes. I can't walk with the people. And the next thing I know, the second bell rings. So I get up. I go to get my books out from underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, somebody kicks me in the butt so hard that I went face forward into the lockers. Thank God I was able to put my hands up. And I hit with such force that I actually did a tumble-sault, fell backwards.
Really?
I didn't know who it was. So when I got up, I had my fist closed. I was a big kid at 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
I got my fist closed. And here's this brother looking at me, turns around, he says, what's the matter, big boy? He says, this bothering you? It was the crucifix. And he took the crucifix off.
I would have hit him.
And he came at me. And he swung. He swung.
Wow. What was this? The 60s?
Really?
Yeah, this is 1960.
Wow.
I closed my eyes and I swung, and it was a noise that I'll never forget. And this guy went down like a sack of potatoes. I thought I killed him. He moved out four desks. They just went flying. And he's laying on the ground. He's not moving. My heart's coming out of my chest. I didn't have my license then because I wasn't 16 yet. And I ran out the jealousy. There was windows, and there were jealousy windows. And we were in what they call the annex, and it was ground level. I didn't stop running until I got to St. Lawrence Slough. I was so scared.
Yeah.
So I get in the house. I take the phone off.
You thought you killed him. That's why you were scared, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I get home. I take the phone off the hook. We only had one phone in the house, and it was in the hallway.
Yep.
My father comes home from work. How's it going? Good, Dad. Good. You know,
Good, I killed a guy.
So he goes to the bathroom, and he walks by the phone. He says, "Oh, Mike," he says, "you know, the phone's off the hook." Really?
It's ain't his first rodeo.
So he goes and he puts it down. That thing wasn't on the hook for like 10 seconds. Phone's ringing, and it's the principal of the school, and they're gonna press charges. This guy's got a concussion that I hit. He's in the hospital. I mean, geez, Mary and Joseph, it turned out to be a fiasco. So they said that I could stay at the school because I told them the whole story about 2 years what happened. And they said, look, we got to do something. You won't be able to play any sports while you're here.
Oh, yeah.
I says, well, you know something, with all due respect, I says, it was almost time for Christmas break. I says, you know, brother, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure being here. I enjoyed it. I says, have Lawrence High get my papers, and I'm going to transfer over to Lawrence High when we get back in January. And that's exactly what took place.
Catholic school's not for everyone.
Well, I don't think.
What happened to that guy?
The following year, he quit.
Yeah.
He went back to New York. He was a punk. He was
messing with a 15-year-old kid, first of all, and he was an adult.
Yeah.
No, I didn't care about that. I mean, I can handle myself, but Jesus, I honest to God, I thought he was out. I thought I killed him. I really did.
He's lucky you didn't.
Then
the only thing that could have protected him was that cross, and he took it off.
Right.
Well, anyway, I love Central. I love being there. I met some fantastic people, and it was a great school, and it still is. So good. On that note, good. Hey, what's going on with you?
So I got a bunch of projects coming up. I have a big project coming up. I'll talk about that in a bit. I got a big show coming up on May 4th at the Pearl Street Station Restaurant in Malden, and people can go to Eventbrite to get tickets if they want to come. And I have Sean O'Brien Jr. His father is the general president of the Teamsters Union nationally.
Really?
He beat Jimmy Hoffa. Yep. Him and Fred Zuckerman.
Where is Jimmy?
The son. He beat the son. I don't know where the Jimmy is. They probably threw him in
I thought they were going to find him when the water went down in Lake Mead. I thought for sure.
They cremated him. Of course they did. What do you think? They're stupid? There's no evidence. They got rid of him. You know, my father told me once, because they probably threw him in a lime pit. They did one better. They cremated him.
Yep.
So whatever.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. You know something? That's like the situation with the Gardner Museum, the heist.
I remember hearing about that.
How can you not hear about it?
I know. Yeah.
I mean, 1990, it was cheapest, creepest. That thing was so immature. You know that there wasn't the big guys involved in it, because they just did it on whims. They were tearing stuff off the walls. Yeah. The pros wouldn't do that, especially if they were Italian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'd have some respect. You know what I mean? And then once they stole everything, they'd go to church.
They'd have done an inside
and then ask
job.
for forgiveness.
Yeah. Well, we actually have a show, Lou, coming up. I believe it's the second week in April.
Okay.
And we have one of the FBI agents that was involved in that case. He's since retired.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to be in the studio. And
wow, that'll be a great episode. That'll be a great episode. You get a lot of people tuning into that.
No, is there a reporter coming? Are you going to give me a zing now? Or,
you're
giving me a compliment.
I ain't giving you a compliment. Nah, it's all good. All bueno.
How did you get into this racket? There's nothing harder than trying to make people entertain people and to make them laugh. How the hell did you get?
I've been doing it since I was a kid, mimicking the radio.
All right.
And then I saw Danny Gans out in Vegas 24 years ago, and I learned from him. I learned some little nuances, little things from him, and then I had the ability to be funny. And so I just started coming up with material, and
your mind works in mysterious ways. Louis,
my brain is not. If you put my brain under a thing and looked at it on a screen, my brain is not a normal thinking brain. Like the right side of my brain is probably lit up more than the left side. Yep. The left side's lit up pretty good because I'm an analytical guy too. But,
Louis, I know we're a little late going to break, but why don't you take us out, pal? And then we come back. You're going to help celebrate a birthday for me.
100%. Yep.
Tommy, you mean? Yep. 80 years old.
Tommy, you mean Butcher Boy?
Butcher Boy, yeah.
Best wings on the North Shore.
That best wings, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. His wings.
All right, Lou, take us out, pal.
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
This is David from the Sicilian Corner. You know, Mike, Tom, and I love to go to Salisbury Beach, but we love different things and can never agree where to go. Tom likes the casual family-style dining with the great Italian cuisine, Capri's Seaside Italian Kitchen and Pizzeria. Me? I love the elegant romantic vibe Sea Glass with the amazing view and terrific menu, with prices that make it the place you want to visit each and every week. Mike loves a drink in his hand and a cool ocean breeze right off the surf and the rhythms of a cooler reggae band. We all know Mike loves Bob Marley tunes at Surfside. Who doesn't love a great show? National acts, comedy, regional favorites, and the beautiful and intimate Blue Ocean Concert Hall. Lucky for us, Atlantic Hospitality is the host of all of these great places, and they treat everyone like they are Mike Lamazzo. Best of all, we never have to choose. Park the car once and all this fun is right at your fingertips. You can have it all in the heart of Salisbury Beach. Find out all the ways you can have a great night at Salisbury Beach at northshorepavilion.com. And Mike, Tom, and I will see you there.
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
When you dine at Ristorante Melisse in Amesbury, Massachusetts, you feel at home while enjoying an authentic Italian dining experience not to be forgotten. From the appetizer to dessert, you won't regret your choice. Bring your cravings and appetites. They promise you won't leave hungry or without leftovers for the next day. Takeout and catering are also available. Give them a call or visit them online for the menu, online ordering, and reservations. RistoranteMelisse.com. That's RistoranteMolise.com or call 978-388-4844. Ristorante Melisse, where you're treated like family.
Hi, this is Mike, and I would like to tell you about the Deborah Care Law Offices, a firm that is focused on estate planning, probate, trust administration, and elder law issues. You will feel comfortable discussing important issues concerning both you and your loved ones, as well as having the information you need to make an informed decision about your family's future. How do I know? Because I'm a client of Dan Deborah Care. If you want to have peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are protected, call Deborah Care Law Offices today. In Massachusetts, 978-686-4645. In New Hampshire, 603-894-4141.
With a commitment to excellence, Colizzi Memorials is dedicated to helping families capture the spirit of their loved ones by building beautiful, lasting tributes that will endure the test of time. Trust Colizzi Memorials to build a personalized tribute that would reflect your loved one's life forever. That's Colizzi Memorials, 217 Merrimack Street, Methuen, Massachusetts. Telephone number 978-674-7035. 978-674-7035.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Orthopedics Northeast and Essex Orthopedics have joined forces as Mobility Bone and Joint Institute to bring improved access and outstanding medical care. While our name has changed, our dedication to exceptional care remains the same as it has for the past 30 years. Same location, 16 Pelham Road, Salem, New Hampshire.
This is Cindy.
And Mike Kunstler,
owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
We have an incredible chef, Oscar Figueroa.
In the words of local famous chef and restaurant owner Lydia Shire,
Oscar thrives on hard work.
He is capable and gifted.
No one makes better food. Scallops, seared to perfection.
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
And buttery, tender, lazy man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Drake, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
And we are back. Joey Voices is in the studio
with Father Mikey.
And we got some people that are saying hello. Barbara Cody. She's actually wishing Tommy Amin a happy birthday. Hey, Nancy DeMarco. I haven't seen her now in a couple of weeks. She's saying hello to everybody. And Tessie up at Hampton saying hello. So we have a lot of people that are chatting. And you know something? We have a special celebrity coming in to sing happy birthday to my good friend, Tommy Amin. Who do we have?
We're going to do Michael McDonald from the Doobie Brothers.
Oh, cool.
That's a pretty good voice, right? You like that voice?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to
Can you handle it?
I think I can handle it.
All right. Let's go.
Give it a shot. All right, we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tommy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tommy.
Oh, bravo. Happy birthday, Tommy.
I love your wings, Tom. I love your wings.
There you
Best
go.
wings and football cake.
We got a caller that wants to say hello. Caller, you're on the Sicilian Corner.
Oh, my God, Mr. Voices, you are such a talent. I cannot believe how good you are.
Thank you.
Please, don't. This head is big enough for
No,
God's
thank you very much. I appreciate it. They had the butt of the sides of my head to get to the door today.
This is a proof from The Simpsons. Oh, my God. I love what you do. And by the way, I saw the promo, and you've been working out, haven't you?
I have.
He looks wonderful. He looks good.
You are buff. I'll tell you right now.
Thunder.
Thank you. I'm wearing black, so it's hard to
Thunder
tell.
and lightning.
Thunder, lightning, frightening.
Roger, you have a question for Joey?
All right, you must mistake me for the Maharaja. Yes.
I love
it.
it.
And Mr. Voices, how did you get into this racket as it is?
I've been mimicking the radio since I was a little boy. Music was my thing, having attention deficit hyperactivity disorder as a kid. Back in my day, they didn't have a name for it. They just called it PITA, pain in the ass.
I almost hooked you with that myself.
Yeah. But I've been just mimicking the radio. Music was my thing and trying to sound like the people on the radio without even realizing it. As I got older, I actually started to develop sounding like people. And it kind of got better and better. And then I saw a guy out in Vegas named Danny Gans. He's dead now. And he was actually an inspiration.
You got
to
a
me.
chance to meet Danny?
I never got a chance to meet Danny.
Okay.
No, but he was an inspiration to me, and I said, wow. And I came back home to Boston and put my own show together. I've been doing it ever since. It's my 21st year doing it.
And I'll tell you,
and I've met a lot of good people.
You got a lot of fans, man. Let me tell you.
And I'm grateful for that. Believe me.
Nancy's enjoying the show. She's listening
Thanks
to
for
us
the call,
at the Whittier Rehab. Roger, thank you very much. Nancy is at the Whittier Rehab, and she's listening to the show there.
Oh, that is.
Speedy recovery, girl.
Speedy recovery.
Speedy
Hi,
recovery.
Nancy.
There you go. She's a sweetheart.
I believe it.
She's been with us for years and years and years. Andy Parisi's another one.
Okay.
We have a lot of people out there. Who's your favorite person to imitate?
So I like doing Rodney Dangerfield. That's always a winner. You can't go wrong with Rodney. But I do Cher. I love doing the Cher. People love the Cher.
The Cher kills me.
Go to my website if you want to watch it. My voice isn't 100% warmed up right now.
No. I
don't have the wig, which gives you the aesthetics
Yeah.
of the impression. So it's like some you
Gotta
can
have
do
the wig.
without. It's like my Robert De Niro. I love doing De Niro. Hey, Louie, you better have my ice cream, Louie. I'm going to break your legs. Hey, Louie the ice cream man. You know I like the Italian ice. Every week you show up here, you show me disrespect a little bit without having my ice cream. You better have my ice cream next week, Louie. I'm going to break your legs. I'm going to break your legs. I will put them back together. I will break them again. You hear me? Nah, a little bit. Thank you.
The
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci is another one.
How you doing? This is Joe Pesci. You think I'm funny? I'm funny how? What do you mean funny? The way I talk? Funny how? Funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you? Hey ho, Mikey. He's a big bone. He knows what he said. Funny how?
My cousin Vinny.
The two Utes.
Oh, what's a Ute?
The two Utes. This ridiculous suit I put on because of you. This ridiculous looking thing.
Too funny.
Yeah.
The Rogaine commercial that you do.
Yeah.
That to me,
that's good.
That's very good. And Doritos.
That's first rate comedy right there.
You know what I like about it? A mother and father can take their kids to go see your show.
It's clean. It doesn't have to be
And
filtered to be
that's
funny.
not easy. You know,
No.
everybody thinks you got to have, 4-letter words to be funny. Well, you go just against that.
Yeah.
And you know something? It's very entertaining.
Yeah.
Lou, we had Billy Fitzgerald in the studio with
That's
us,
my
a man's
friend.
apple orchard. If you ever heard him talk about this guy,
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Man's Orchards. You got to try their pies and their food. It's like a farm stand. That place is fantastic.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh, he's great. And Billy's a top-notch guy. Very good friend to me.
You got that whole family.
Yeah. the
Very,
whole
very,
family.
very, very generous. The St. Alfio Society puts meals together at Christmas time and at Thanksgiving time for families that need a little bit of help. And I would walk in there and he'd look at me and say, how many you need now? And I'd say, I need 30.
Yeah.
And he would give me 30 certificates, Louis, for large apple pies. And we would put that in the basket along with a Demoulas certificate.
Yep.
And we helped out a lot of people that way. We really,
that's
really,
good.
really, really did.
That's good.
Have you ever been, do you play at the beaches at all? I see your type of show like say a Hampton or Salisbury or something like that.
So the Salisbury Beach Betterment Association hired me for a fundraiser a few years ago. The woman was very nice. I forget her name, but she was very nice.
It wasn't Kathy Aiello, was it?
I forget.
It
honestly.
was. It was.
It probably was. She was very nice.
She's a sweetheart.
Yes. And they hired me. They sold out the Blue Ocean Hall. And
you played the Blue Ocean?
I played the Blue Ocean Hall to a sold out crowd. What a beautiful room that is. I love that
great
room.
Yeah.
And I would go back there in a heartbeat again. I would do that again. It was great.
Were
And they
you
loved
by
it.
yourself or with like another couple
It was
of
just me.
comedians? Really?
It was just me. Yeah.
How do you evaluate when you first get out? How do you know do you have a skit? I mean, you're going to stay right to the people.
Yeah. Do you poke around and see what's hitting for
There's
them?
so much to the show.
What's working, right?
Well, there's so much to the show. And if there's something that happens in the moment, I may incorporate it. You have to incorporate certain things on the fly and in the moment. But for the most part, the show is structured. And it's, and it's so well rounded. If I'm up there for 90 minutes, which that night
That's
I was
a
up there for
long
90
time.
minutes.
That's a long time.
I'm doing between 40 and 60 different people.
Wow.
And it's clean. I tell stories. I set up each bit. I tell jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's inspirational, it's informative, and it's entertaining. My whole model in everything that I do, I want to be inspirational, informative, and entertaining. That's the 1, 2, 3 combination, a winning combination at doing anything with entertainment. And as far as what I do, because I have the ability to do all three, because I read, I know how to be inspiring, and I know how to be entertaining. So,
have you ever tried writing a book?
I have written a book.
Have you really?
Yeah.
You know, I was
It's on my website.
I was thinking of a name for it. You know,
it's all about me, Joey.
Good things are supposed to happen. Hey, Viva Sandalfio.
Hey.
Good things are supposed to happen.
Good things are supposed to happen to you. You believe that, right?
Absolutely.
Good, because a lot of people don't.
No.
There it is right there on the screen.
There it is.
Good things are supposed to happen to you. You can go to Amazon.com and you can get that book on my website. It's $19.99, but I'm all about helping people save money. Go to Amazon.com and it's like $13. You save yourself like $5 or $6.
Really?
Yeah. So I recommend people go there.
Why don't you?
Because I'm waiting for a new batch of books to come in that I haven't received yet. So if people bought it through the website, it'll be on back order. I don't want to do that to people. Once I get them in, then I'll stop promoting it through the website and I'll autograph the copy. But if you're local and you buy my book and you want me to sign it, I will come and meet you and I will sign that book for you.
No.
All right? Because I'm
such a
grateful
deal,
for every
such a
fan
deal,
that I have.
such a deal I have for you. Rico Petroselli.
Yeah, I noticed that. Rico did the forward.
Yeah.
Rico Petroselli from the Red Sox did the forward. He said, this book can change your life.
He was very complimentary to you.
Yeah, he's a wonderful man.
You talk.
He's a big guy like you. He's big.
Rico's like the best guy I've ever met.
He's the best guy. Like you and you. You guys are awesome. You guys are very good to me over the years. I can sit here for 2 hours and talk about the project we work on with Tony DeMarco and Tom, and we've had so much fun together. But Rico's a wonderful guy. But he's a big guy. He's like 6'1", 6'2", big strapping guy. And is he your age, Mike?
I believe actually there is somebody that's a little bit older than me. I know it's hard to believe.
I would never guess you're 79. I wouldn't guess that.
No
he looks like he's 65.
Yeah, I know. Gandhi.
60.
All right.
You look like you're 60.
Now you're forcing me into a commercial break because you're embarrassing the living bejeebers out of me. Listen, look at some of these commercials. If they don't make you hungry, nothing will.
That's right.
Louis, why don't you take us out? We'll be right back, everybody.
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
This is David from the Sicilian Corner. You know, Mike, Tom, and I love to go to Salisbury Beach, but we love different things and can never agree where to go. Tom likes the casual family-style dining with the great Italian cuisine, Capri's seaside Italian kitchen and pizzeria. Me? I love the elegant romantic vibe Sea Glass with the amazing view and terrific menu, with prices that make it the place you want to visit each and every week. Mike loves a drink in his hand and a cool ocean breeze right off the surf and the rhythms of a cooler reggae band. We all know Mike loves Bob Marley tunes at Surfside. Who doesn't love a great show? National acts, comedy, regional favorites in the beautiful and intimate Blue Ocean Concert Hall. Lucky for us, Atlantic Hospitality is the host of all of these great places, and they treat everyone like they are Mike Lamazzo. Best of all, we never have to choose. Park the car once and all this fun is right at your fingertips. You can have it all in the heart of Salisbury Beach. Find out all the ways you can have a great night at Salisbury Beach at northshorepavilion.com. And Mike, Tom, and I will see you there.
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
Sisters and co-owners Antoinetta and Elisa brought their family authentic Italian recipes from Molise, Italy, and a warm and welcoming dining experience to its customers at Ristorante Molise. The combination of their meals made from natural, homemade, fresh ingredients, and your time with family and friends together at dinner time is unmatched. Located in Market Square in the heart of Amesbury, they're open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday from 3 to 9 p.m. and are available for private parties during off hours. For reservations, call them at 978-388-4844. That's 978-388-4844.
Hi, this is Mike, and I would like to tell you about the Deborah Care Law Offices, a firm that is focused on estate planning, probate, trust administration, and elder law issues. You will feel comfortable discussing important issues concerning both you and your loved ones, as well as having the information you need to make an informed decision about your family's future. How do I know? Because I'm a client of Dan Deborah Care. If you want to have peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are protected, call Deborah Care Law Offices today. In Massachusetts, 978-686-4645. In New Hampshire, 603-894-4141.
With a commitment to excellence, Colizzi Memorials is dedicated to helping families capture the spirit of their loved ones by building beautiful, lasting tributes that will endure the test of time. Trust Colizzi Memorials to build a personalized tribute that would reflect your loved one's life forever. That's Colizzi Memorials, 217 Merrimack Street, Methuen, Massachusetts. Telephone number 978-674-7035. 978-674-7035.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Orthopedics Northeast and Essex Orthopedics have joined forces as Mobility Bone and Joint Institute to bring improved access and outstanding medical care. While our name has changed, our dedication to exceptional care remains the same as it has for the past 30 years. Same location, 16 Pelham Road, Salem, New Hampshire.
This is Cindy,
And Mike Kunstler.
owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
We have an incredible chef, Oscar Figueroa.
In the words of local famous chef and restaurant owner Lydia Shire,
Oscar thrives on hard work.
he is capable and gifted.
No one makes better food. Scallops, seared to perfection.
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
And buttery tender, lazy man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at 4 Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Drake, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
And we are back. Joey Voice is sitting along with us here, and Lou behind the control booth. You know, before you know it, we're going to have the first day of baseball at Fenway Park. Was it April 8th, April 9th, something like that, Louis?
So, yeah.
Yeah. It amazes me, and I don't know how it came to be, but when they sing Sweet Caroline with Neil Diamond in the 8th inning, I love that.
Yeah,
I just think it's absolutely super cool.
I've come full circle. Absolutely hated it. Now I love it.
Yeah, huh? And the people get into it. Holy cow, the whole place, 30,000.
Yeah.
You do Neil a little bit.
I do a little bit of Neil Diamond. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Could you do a little bit for our audience?
Yeah, sure. I'll do a little bit. So he does. I do this bit in my show. I do it. It's a Neil Diamond medley, and I do September Morn, Crack on Rosie, and then Sweet Caroline.
Yeah,
you got to do the Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
You can't do a medley without doing that, right? Because everyone wants to sing along, and that's the key to the show, getting everybody involved, right? So I open the show and I open that bit, and I do stay for just a while, stay and let me look at you, and I swear he's got constipation. Because his face is so serious when he sings, right? It's like, he's like, I think I need some Miralax to find myself again. September morn. And then I go, sex in the morning still can make me feel. And I see who catches it.
Yep.
And I go, who heard that? And everyone goes, they start laughing. But it's my show is you just twist the lyrics around to be funny.
Yep.
And that makes it humorous and that makes it entertaining. You know, anybody can stand up there and if you do impressions, you just do impressions, but you should be able to make it funny.
The visual is such a huge part of the impression, though.
Huge.
Faces.
And when I do Roddy Dangerfield, I do his face. I'm like, hey, I tell you, it's me, Rodney. Yeah, I tell you, whoa, yeah. I get no respect at all. Boy, was I an ugly kid. Yeah. One time I got lost at the beach. I said to the cop, do you think we'll find my parents? He said, I don't know, kid. There's so many places they can hide. I tell you. So that it's all visual, like you said, with Robert De Niro, Columbo.
Cher, too. Yeah.
Yeah, and Cher.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do Columbo. I'm like, geez, excuse me, I'm trying to body like this. Is there something wrong with my eye? My wife told me a joke this morning. What do you call a Chinese billionaire? Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. I like it.
What was the toughest one? What was the one you
clean.
What was the one you had to work on the most?
Louis Armstrong I had to work on. And I'll tell you, I was bussing tables 24 years ago at the Naked Fish. And I was iron working. And I didn't like iron working because they put me in a rod patch over in Roxbury after I built a school. I was proud of that. Then they stuck me in a rod patch in Roxbury and I was bent over all day. My back was killing me. I said, I got to be a moron to do this job.
Yeah.
I go, I can sing. So I got up and at break time, I walked over to the foreman and I was the only white guy on the job. It was all Spanish speaking guys. And I walked over to the foreman. He was the only other white guy. And I said, hey, I go, thanks for the opportunity. I go, I can sing. Have a good life.
That was it.
And I just left. I never went back to iron working after that. And I said, look, I'll take a job busting tables if I have to, you know, to make extra money. And I had a couple of jobs. I was driving a truck and I was doing that. I had two jobs. And I was going into work and I would work on all my impressions. And so I was working on Michael McDonald. This is when I started before I started the show. I was working on my voices. Yep. And one of the voices was Louis Armstrong. And when I tried to do it, it would make my throat scratch and my eyes would water. But then I learned how to do it so that didn't happen anymore. I was like, I see trees of green, red roses too. Joey Voice's show, I'm bringing it to you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Hello, Mikey, this is Louis. Mikey, it's so nice to have you back where you belong. Oh, yeah. So that was the hardest one for me to get. But when I got it, I nailed it. And, you know, it was a lot of fun.
You say about comedy being visual. I'm thinking of Weekend with Bernie, that guy that played Bernie Lomax, the dead person.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember it, Louis.
Vaguely.
And the guy was incredible.
Really?
I mean, Jeepers Creepers. He
Playing a
played
dead
that
guy.
role. He should have got Academy Award, in my opinion.
He's an impressionist or just an acting, you mean?
He was just an actor.
Yeah, okay.
He was just an
He was
actor.
playing a
but
dead guy.
he played a dead guy, and they kept on.
Yeah.
They had strings lifting his arm, his legs coming downstairs, banging his head.
Imagine.
It was all visual, but
Yeah.
it was freaking hysterical. It was hysterical.
Yeah.
And that's what made me go to that, because of the visual aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know, they look at you and they look at you doing Louis Armstrong. I mean, it makes you laugh.
Yeah.
You know, you got the handkerchief thing going.
Yeah, the
whole-
handkerchief thing.
The whole
and-
9 yards.
and you can watch my video if you go to joeyvoices.com. You can watch my highlight reel, but the highlight reel is only going to show you so much, because the show is so much more to the show and the intricacies of it live.
Yep.
And the thing is, there's a spirit to it when you're in the room with the performer and you're feeling his spirit from the stage, and it's just a different dynamic.
And
It's
you're
like
getting out of
going
your
from 2D
world
to 3D.
Yeah, and you're getting out of your world and getting into your just getting into the moment, right?
Yeah, and and the guy's up there talking to you, and you feel like and I make them feel like I'm talking to them individually, like it's, and I'm sharing myself with them, and stories about my life, and you know, so there's the inspirational aspect of it, you know, and I've cultivated that over 2 decades.
Yeah.
You know, doing that. And
Over
when
20
people-
years you've been doing it?
Yeah, and every single time people come up to me and shake my hand at the end, they line up to shake my hand, and I'm grateful for every person that comes up and says, "Man, that was terrific. You were great. It's the best thing I ever seen in my life."
Wow.
Those are the best compliments you can get.
That doesn't
you
get any
really
better.
inspired me. You know, when you talked about your father and how he inspired you and kept you alive, because my father was my hero too, and it resonates with people. You know,
And you
So
get them
it's-
into the moment, right?
yeah, and those are the things you can't get from watching a video.
Now, you said you were 53.
I'll be 52 April 10th.
That's what I said. You
51.
said you were going to be 52.
April 10th.
April 10th.
Yeah.
All right. Elvis Presley. I know you
Yeah.
you do a wonderful job.
I
with
do
him.
Elvis, yeah.
And he's my I grew up with his music, so
Yeah.
it means a lot
I
more
love
to
Elvis.
me than it does to somebody
Yeah.
at your age. You
Yeah,
know what
absolutely.
I mean? How hard is he to?
It's not hard. I mean, I mean, I'm not sure if I nail it. Some people think I got it down nailed, but I'm not so sure myself, because he's kind of it's kind of, I don't know. There's people out there that sound like you might hear a song, go, that sounds like Elvis, but it's not Elvis. It's someone else. Kind of got that voice, but it's like he does the blue suede shoes. Like, well, there's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get her in and out. Go get it, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything but lay off my blue suede shoe. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I had a pair of blue suede shoes.
Yeah.
Of course I did.
Yeah,
Why
you
not?
did.
Why not?
I got a pair of white suede bucks. I got
Oh.
those. I used to wear them to seminary every week when I went to school.
How long were you in the seminary?
I was in seminary for 7 years. I got a Master of Theology degree. 7 years. I went from 2007 to 2014. You didn't know that, did you?
No.
You didn't know that?
I knew you went to. I didn't know how long.
7 years. 7 years of
Wow.
my life. Yeah. It was a good experience, and I learned a lot. And it helped me with my writing in that book.
I was going to say, yeah.
It
For
helped
Rico to call me up and tell me what a pleasure it was.
Yeah.
There has to be something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the
And
spirituality, I write about that in my book as well. And,
Yep.
you know, my journey, you know,
And
I don't
he's
go too far into it, but I touch on it.
yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. It's a good role model. And you know, Rico is a lot like you.
Really.
Extremely religious person.
Yeah, that's important to him. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm religious, but I'm more spiritual than religious, and I'm more of a rascal than I am religious. And I'm not saying that I'm necessarily proud of that, but that's the ADD in me, man. The PITA.
We got about a minute and a half to go. What do you want to leave our audience with? Joey Voices, if you had to put a couple of words together, what would it be?
I just want to say thank you to everybody out there that's been a fan of mine over the last 20 years of my career. I'm grateful. You know, I'm not a perfect person. I'll be the first one to sit there and tell you that I could sit here for 2 hours and point out all my own flaws, but I can also tell you all the good things about me too, and never ever want to forget the good in you. And I tell people, celebrate every good thing about yourself and don't beat yourself up for your flaws. I used to do that. And God said, Joe, I forgive you. I love you. Just learn from your flaws, learn from your mistakes, and just don't do it again. If you screw up, if you do something you don't realize and someone brings it to your attention, correct it. That's the best way to say I'm sorry, is to correct the behavior. But I say celebrate every good thing about you. My father used to say to me, don't beat yourself up, Ace. There's plenty of people standing in line to do it for you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's for sure.
and I want to say thank you. That's what I wanted to say to my fans and
you know something,
followers.
you have an open door. Anytime you want to come back,
Thank
you
you.
let us know. You're doing a show locally here in the Merrimack Valley at the beaches.
Yep.
All you have
Hopefully
to do
we'll
is
get back there. We'll talk about that.
we'll let Louie and I know, and we'll be more than happy to.
We'll talk to Kathy because that'd be a good night out.
Huh?
Blue Ocean. See
Blue
how
Ocean,
it-
we'll try to get that again. Talk to your friend, the girl, and see if we can come back there. It'd be great to go back there, and we'll sell it. We'll promote it. We'll run the radio ad on your station here. We'll run it up here in the Merrimack Valley because we have a radio ad for the show that we run on WROR. And I'm not sure if I can mention other.
Yeah, you can mention anything you want.
Yeah, we run it on ROR, RKO, PLM, all around the Boston area, and that's what helps us sell tickets. So we'll run it on your station here. You know.
Wow. Listen, it's been when I say a pleasure. Wishing you and your family a wonderful, wonderful Easter.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
I call it Resurrection Day. Happy Resurrection Day.
Happy Resurrection.
Yeah.
Happy Easter. Happy Resurrection.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, listen, everybody. Next week we have the Italian Stallion coming on with us, Aaron Caruso.
Ooh.
Aaron's got a lot going on in his life, and he just became a father.
Oh,
and
congratulations.
yeah, so we're gonna get one of the nicest guys. Let me tell you something. What a gentleman he really is, and a hell of an entertainer.
That's
We've
great.
had him at the feast. People love him. He's got a big audience. But on that note, listen, tomorrow's going to be a little bit hairy. Be careful with this heavy rain coming, if it does come. And you know something, we'll be back next week with Aaron. And if you have any questions, give us a call. Anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, everybody.
And Lou
Joey,
Blasi, thank you. Lou Blasi, thank you very much for having me back.
pleasure.
And Father Mikey, thank
Always
you
fun.
also.
my pleasure. Take care, everybody.